Crafty Mavens, welcome to the Crafty Maven Getaway. It is Sketch It Out Thursday, and I'm going to apologize right now for having this video up a little bit late. Just time got away from me, and it's up a little bit late. Also, I'm going to apologize right now that my video cuts out because I have been having memory issues. And not memory of my own brain, unless it's me not remembering that my iPad only lasts so long and then I run out of space. So usually I can only get about 2 layouts on my space before I have to upload it, and I forgot to do that. So it cuts out about halfway through. Or I should say, I build all the layers and then you don't get to see me embellish. So I will apologize for that just right now, but you do get to see most of where it's going. So I think that it does the trick. I decided to use that sketch that you've seen at the beginning from Citrus Twist. They post once a week on Sundays sketches, and I really like their sketches because they're nice and simple and they're really easy to as just like a jumping off start, so it doesn't feel like all of it is telling you what to do. I do kind of change it around because there's some journaling stuff down at the bottom with numbers that I didn't do. I could have did it like that, but I just chose not to. And yeah, so this week I was inspired by the bold patterns in this mood board. So I'm not using the colors at all from this mood board, but I think that's what I like about these mood boards, or what I like mood boards, is that you can pick one little bit and go from there, and it doesn't have to look like the mood board to be inspired by the mood board. And that's what I hope that I encourage you guys to do, is to think outside of the box when you're looking at these. And if all you seeing that just reminds you of a story or something that you want to tell, that's how, you know, you use the boards how you feel most comfortable using. And everybody is different, and everybody is inspired differently. So yeah, so right now I'm just working on some layers because that's what I do. In the picture, or in the sketch, there wasn't that many layers, but I really wanted to add layers. So you just see me, I had to get up. My son's blood sugar went way down and I had to get him a snack, so I had to stop. But now here I am working on this, and I just love how I was able to incorporate all these different patterns of papers. All of them are really bold as far as the pattern. There's lots of different patterns, but this is the one fun thing about when you're layering and using different papers, is that you can use patterns that are completely different, but as long as you kind of stick to a certain theme, usually you can make it work. So what I decided to do is use mostly light colored papers so that all the patterns didn't get lost, if you know what I mean. Like if there was a lot of bold paper, colored papers with bold like different patterns on every single one, it might feel like really crazy. But because I used mostly lighter color palettes with just like 1 or 2 pops of color, the patterns were enough to not make it feel like it was super crazy. I did use some smaller patterns and some medium-sized patterns, and so yeah, that's just how I made it work for me, and it doesn't work for everyone. And if you're someone who can only use 1 or 2 really bold patterns, just do it that way. I don't think that you have to stick completely to the rules. And you need to do what looks good to your eye on your own layouts, and just use what us who inspire you, use those as just a stepping off point, really. You know, I mean, that's the thing I love about YouTube, is that I can watch someone and just be inspired to do my own thing. And it does take a while. I found that it's taken a while to just find my style and be okay with that. And yeah, so I'm adding tons of these layers. I definitely went way over what was on the sketch, and that's okay. And that's really what the sketch was for. And I added banners to different places throughout this layout, and even though they only had one space. And then I also didn't add as many tags and stuff as it showed in the sketch. I'm just gonna use a label, and I used some banner tags too. So I'm just gonna look through all these pieces and figure out which ones I think work. I have tons of LE Studio little bits and pieces just left over from what I've gotten in the past, and so I figured I'd use those because it's gonna work pretty well with the LE Studio papers that I use. And you'll see when you see all the close-ups, you'll see it all come together. And I just tried to see what I thought cream wise as opposed to white wise, what worked well. So I only have a few bits of the cream ones because mostly this is a white background type of thing. And I just play around. I move it around. I move stuff around before I really set it down. And sometimes this process can take a little while to just move things around, but I think it in the end it worked well for me because if I had just stuck stuff down, which I tend to do, I would have been moving it up, and I really didn't want to glue anything down till I was sure, and I played around quite a bit. All these pieces. So in a minute my video is going to cut out, but you will see the whole finished layout. I am sorry again, but I really love how this turned out. I added the title down below instead of all the journal, so I just have mostly the journaling, and I really like how that turned out. Just adding that little box over near where the title was supposed to go, so it's like a subtitle, and I absolutely love this. And I loved seeing photos of my kids when they were babies. They were so cute. And, it's fun to take out old pictures every once in a while. So I'll see you guys later. I hope you have a great week this week. And don't forget to head over to the Crafty Maven Facebook group and see what else everyone else is doing this week. See you guys later and have a great week.